Education is the bedrock of any thriving society. To meet the demands of a rapidly evolving world, a national vision for smart education was born. A learning ecosystem that is strategic, modern, and technologically driven. The Teacher Internship Scheme, TIS, initiated by the Universal Basic Education Commission, UBEC. Across the nation, this vision is being forged into reality through a powerful collaboration. Here in Kano, the State Universal Basic Education Board, SUBEB, works tirelessly with UBEC, turning a national strategy into a local success story.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I am Adam Zainal Abidin by name, an intern from Kano State's Abakar Ila Special Primary School here in the center. And for the past 2 years, I have been part of an incredible journey, the Teacher Internship Scheme, that is TIS. It wasn't just about becoming a teacher, it is about becoming a 21st century educator. It all started with mastery, the very fundamental of digital literacy for teachers. The most critical takeaway from that phase was a complete shift in our mindset. We learned that technology is not just an extra tool to use occasionally, it is something to be woven into the very fabric of how we plan our lessons, how we deliver content, and how we connect with every single student. That understanding changed everything.
Began with tools many of us thought we knew, like Microsoft Word, that is MS Word. But this program taught us to go far beyond just typing. We learned and tried to transform a simple page into a professional teaching resource. This means we can now create highly detailed lesson plans using advanced formatting to make every step clear and logically structured. Beyond lesson plans, these skills allow us to design other complex documents from scratch, like an entire school template, which requires a true mastery of tables and precise alignment. With Microsoft Excel, we have moved from tedious manual record keeping to efficient data management. I can now track the progress of every single student with just a few clicks, create charts to analyze their performance at a glance. This visual data makes it easy to identify which students are excelling and which ones may need extra support. It is about making data-driven decisions to help every child succeed.
Our point is a TIS program was revelation. It was not about creating slides with boring bullet points. We learned how to build presentations that are both visually engaging and easy for students to follow. We learned the critical principle of good design, keeping our slide clean and uncluttered, using thoughtful color palette instead of color riots, and ensuring our content is always culturally sensitive. The goal is to create an experience that captures student interest without ever distracting or overwhelming them.
And at the heart of their shared commitment is one profound goal: to empower a new kind of teacher, ready for the future. But the training didn't stop with individual skills. The next leap was a fundamental change in thinking, a shift from my document on a single computer to our project, alive and accessible from anywhere. With the introduction of Google Workspace, the four walls of the classroom began to dissolve, unlocking the power of true, real-time collaboration among teachers and their students.
For me, the biggest shift with Google Doc is the peace of mind. We have all had the fear of losing our work if the power goes out, or we forget to save. With Google Docs, the fear is gone because every single change is saved to the crowd automatically. This means I can start a lesson plan at school, continue on my phone at home, and add the finishing touch of data. Knowing my document is always up to date and secure. We use Google Slides to create engaging presentations, and in template let us do this very quickly. Instead of attaching a large document, I can simply share a single link in our Google Classroom. This means students can view the presentation anytime on any device, and I know they are always seeing the most up-to-date version.
Google Forms has completely revolutionized how we conduct assessments. In just a few minutes, I can create a task or a quiz with different question types. Once it's ready, I share the link with my students. The responses are collected instantly. The results are then automatically organized into a neat spreadsheet, which saves an incredible amount of time on printing and manual grading.
Google Classroom is our digital hub. It is the central online space where we organize everything. I can set up a class in minutes, post announcements, distribute materials, and manage assignments, all in one structured place. The greatest benefit is the flexibility it gives our students. It provides one consistent online environment, so they can access all their materials whether they are in school or at home, ensuring learning can happen anywhere, anytime.
Exactly. And that digital organization completely transformed the assignment workflow. For students, submitting their work is as simple as single click. No more lost papers, but the real magic is how it improves our feedback. I can offer student work, type comments, write where they are needed, and return it privately. The student gets personalized feedback almost instantly. It turns grading from just giving a mark to having an ongoing digital conversation about their learning.
Armed with these powerful digital tools, the interns were now prepared for the core of their transformation. The TIS program, through its carefully designed curriculum, guided them to reimagine the very structure of teaching and learning, grounding their new skills in the proven philosophy of smart education.
A cornerstone of this program is the postgraduate diploma in smart education from the National University of Nigeria, fully sponsored by UBEC. This isn't just about technology, it's about understanding the theory behind it. We attend lectures through Zoom, we delve deep into existential courses like the Good Study Guide, teaching subject matter, technology integration in smart education, curriculum and instructional design, and the fundamentals of smart education. For each course, we discuss concepts every week in online forums with our teachers. These provide the academic foundation for everything we do.
And the place where all this theory fully comes to life is in the classroom, through a strategy called blended learning. This is the central pillar of the smart education model. Simply put, blended learning is the powerful combination of traditional face-to-face instruction with modern online learning that students on this. And crucially, it is not about replacing the teacher with technology. It is about empowering the teacher to create a more personalized, flexible, and student-centered learning environment.
We use specific lessons called station rotation model. In a single lesson, students rotate through different learning stations. There's a teacher-led station for direct instruction, an offline station for hands-on or collaborative activities, an online station where they engage in digital content independently.
Setting up the blended classroom requires careful and deliberate planning. We learn to curate the right digital resources for the online station, like videos or quizzes on the tablets. At the same time, we design engaging hands-on tasks for the online station. A well-prepared environment where each station has a clear purpose is the key to a smooth and effective lesson.
Of course, implementing these new ideas comes with challenges. Some of us were in fully equipped smart schools with tablets for every child. Others were in e-learning centers where resources had to be shared. This taught us the crucial skill of adaptability, modifying a lesson to fit the technology you actually have, not the one you wish you had. We also face challenges like power cuts. This means we need backup plans. At first, using technology was hard for some of us, but with the help from Universal Basic Education Commission, State Universal Basic Education Board, and other interns, we learn skills and how to be stern and find smart ways to solve problems.
We also learn to create our own digital content using tools like Canva. Since most of us don't have devices at home, I create short educational videos to use inside the classroom. It's perfect for the online station, and Canva isn't just for videos. It's also incredible for making complex topics understandable with infographics. The best part is, we don't have to start from scratch. I can find a template, adapt it in minutes, and have a clear, engaging, and professional-looking resource for my students. This makes learning more accessible and memorable for them. We are also using new tools to make assessment more interactive. With a platform called Socrative, I can assess my students and see their feedback in real time as they answer the questions. The process is very flexible. For instance, I can turn on a feature that allows students to see if their answer was right or wrong instantly as they submit each question. It's a very fun way to learn.
Okay, so before using Socrative, you have to create an account with them, and then they will give you a room name, which you will share to the students whenever you are going to administer a test or a quiz. So here are the students that are already taking the test. So I shared the room name to the students, and then they use the room name to join the test. So as the students are answering, and I can see the feedback of the response of the students. So you can see it has many advantages, allows students to develop many skills such as typing skills, navigating the platform itself is a skill, because students will be able to understand the basic way of navigating a website, because the platform itself is a website. And also it keeps students engaged, because you know how children of this generation like technology. So you see this particular student is trying to answer an open-ended question. So you see he's trying to type the answer, and once he typed the answer, he will just click on submit and submit the answer. Something with this female student, you see how she's using the keyboard of her tablet to type the answer, and then after typing the answer, she will click on submit, and then I will see the response in my computer. So from here I can simply just export or download the result as Excel file, and then share it with the students to see their grades. So you see here the students, each one of the students is trying to check the grades which I sent in their Google Classroom, which were initially originally in Excel format, but I edited and downloaded them as PDF file. So you see, it will be easier for the students to be able to zoom in and out to observe their performance.
And there is Kahoot, an educational gaming platform that makes learning fun and engaging. I use this to boost student motivation and make learning a truly joyful experience.
The Teacher Internship Scheme was designed to bridge the crucial gap between theory and practice. It has equipped these interns not only with powerful pedagogical knowledge, but with the essential, hands-on skills needed to bring a modern classroom to life, every single day.
One of the most essential skills we've mastered was setting up classroom presentation system from start to finish. It is checklist we now know by heart, ensuring stable power, connecting the projector and linking the computer with the right cable, whether it is HDMI or VGA. We even learned the screencast from the tablet. Knowing how to troubleshoot this connection means a lesson can start smoothly and on the right time, synchronous or asynchronous. This confidence is what allows the magic of smart lesson to happen without delay.
We have explored the next frontier in education, the use of artificial intelligence. We have learned how to use AI tools that can significantly enhance our teaching. These tools can help us generate creative lesson ideas, develop customized materials for students, and analyze class performance data. We are now prepared to explore AI potential to make learning even more personal and effective for every student.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Alit Adurano. I'm one of the participants of the GIS program. When I look back at how all this started, it amuses me because nearly about 100 of us sat for an exam, but only 20 were selected. Since from then, I knew it wasn't only a program, but something special. After the selection process, we were posted to various places. Some were posted to Smart School Tarda, and some were posted to various e-learning centers across Kano. And the same procedure applies to other states and the FCT. The training was a mix of everything. We had face-to-face sessions and we had online sessions that we could do on our own pace. But to me, the most valuable part was the mentorship we received in our schools. The permanent staffs were our guide. They were there when we have any challenges and they help us with our classroom day-to-day activities. The permanent staff showed us some of the practical things like how to set up a projector, how to use the interactive smart board. This entire experience shaped our understanding and gave us the confidence to use technology into our teaching, helping us to grow as a professionals and entirely as an individual.
Teacher Internship Scheme TIS program was very productive. I received face-to-face and online training through digital platforms like Zoom, WhatsApp, Google Meet, and Telegram. We learned how to use learning management systems to promote lifelong learning and monitor students' progress. We also learned to use online educational platforms like Canva for educators to create engaging learning environment and content. We applied the knowledge gained by working collaboratively with the staffs of the school we were posted to. The ability to directly apply acquired knowledge in these schools made this program a truly engaging experience. Thank you.
I am Sadiq Muhammad Abubakar by name, an intern from Offerkud E-Learning Center, Kano. My journey with Teachers Internship Scheme was truly transformative. It upgraded my digital literacy, giving me a hands-on training that paved the way for me for my postgraduate diploma in smart education. At first, I struggled with our learning management system, but with the guidance of my mentors and the collaboration with my fellow interns, I mastered it. This gives me the confidence not to only operate the platform effectively, but to do a step-back training on it to other schools. The experience completely reshaped my way of teaching. My lesson became more interactive, engaging, and student-centered.
Assalamu alaikum. I am Salamatu Hussein, one of the TIS participants in Kano State. Looking back, the main goal of this program was clear: to train us, young graduates, on how to bring technology into the classroom. And the best way we learned was by doing. Having direct access to all the resources in smart schools and e-learning centers made that goal a reality. We didn't just learn about technology, we use it every day. We explored amazing educational tools that make learning more engaging for students, like using assessment platforms such as Secretive or making lesson phones with educational games on computers. This practical experience was supported by our postgraduate diploma, where we learned the theories behind smart education. This combination of online training, face-to-face workshop, and actually applying everything in our school, it's what made the entire 2-year program truly unforgettable experience.
And Aminu Balaya, one of the Kano State TIS participants, sponsored by the Universal Basic Education Commission, UBEC, in collaboration with the State Universal Basic Education Board, SUBEC, that is at the state level. I'm going to talk about briefly key concept in smart education. The place where this theory truly comes to life is in the classroom through a strategy called blended learning, which is what we are currently practicing in various post-study school environments. So simply put, blended learning is a powerful and deliberate combination of traditional face-to-face teacher-led instruction with the online teaching learning activities, where students can have access to utilize digital devices and navigate through digital educational platforms to search for relevant educational information themselves. And remember, this new approach is not trying to replace the teacher with technology, but it's trying to empower the teacher to provide a more personalized, flexible, and truly student-centered instruction in order to achieve the desired educational objectives of this new particular approach. In a nutshell, this is blended learning, and thank you.
This is a program, a new program initiated by Universal Basic Education Commission with a view to produce qualified graduate teachers in sciences, in particular science education. Even if you have graduated from any of the university, provided you don't have education, you are not eligible to be among our interns. To my pride is that this is the first time of this kind of program. Before, there are so many programs, but they are far apart, different from this one, because they comprises all categories of teachers. But this one is only for graduate teachers who graduated from various universities across the nation. There has been a letter from UBEC that I should tender across the states that any qualified, suitable, interested candidate should apply. And to my pride is that those, my 20 number of interns, were among those who applied at the initial stage, that is October 2023. Then after the screening, I sent the list of over 200 interested candidates who applied to Abuja UBEC. They screened and sent to me 100 number of those who can sit or who are supposed to sit for the examination. They fixed a date, that was 11th November, and directed me to find a place where we will go for the examination, which is of two categories. They sat for the examination. It was taken by those who came from Abuja, back to Abuja. They marked the screen and sent them back to me here in Kano, where they selected 29 number of applicants who have successfully passed. Some criteria were placed for selection. They fixed a number for me, that number so one to so number, I should send them to Tarda. I've done that one. Then after due considerations, we look at a proximity where a candidate can reach to the place of work with less difficulties. It was through that way I picked the remaining. Totally, I made them to be 20. After all, we typed a temporary offer and give them. We send the names and the copy of the offers back to Abuja. Then they prepare an orientation for them. Then later on, the program has commenced seriously. They began with a 6 months primer course. In that course, they have learned a lot. Then later on, a 1-year program, a postgraduate diploma in smart education. After completion, they will be eligible to be posted to undertake any teaching, any institution of learning worldwide. So this is of a great importance to us. In a nutshell, I mean, these interns, they are tools, particularly those from Kano, are instruments. Inshallah, like the chairman has promised, I heard from the director, Hajawa, who told me that he have had an intensive discussions with our esteemed chairman that there will be an automatic offer for the interns at the completion of the program. So we pray and I urge to you, the interns, whenever you are provided with this offer, you do the best you can do to see that you show that you learn a lot during your course study in the program. You demonstrate that, you show that you are pioneer interns in teaching. There is no time when an intern has taken place in Kano. Internship in teaching. We know internship only for us here in Kano. As far as teachers concerned, there is nothing like that. So we thank to Almighty Allah for enabling us to nearly see the end of the program. Only that maybe we are still expecting there may be another batch. If at all there will be another batch, the little problems encountered by this past batch will be taken into consideration with a view to solve the problem. This problem include these interns, they don't have devices at their hands. Somebody who has just completed his university, you enrolled him in the program. Where can he obtain the devices to undergo this? They don't have. So I call for the UBEC, whenever if there will be another, they should please accompany the program with the devices that is either Android or of its kind. Then make a sufficient provision, please, for them, so that the provision will cater with the need of their accommodation, the data. So we are very grateful. We thank to Almighty Allah for enabling us to reach the end of the program, like I've earlier said. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. So there had been many programs, educational programs at the past. So what do you think differs this program with the previous ones?
It's entirely different. The difference is known, is made clear. Everyone can see. The earlier one, like I said, includes every qualification of learning process. But for this one, is only meant for graduate applicants in sciences with education. Even if you have a single honor in education, in sciences without education, you are not eligible. So I think this one is clear.
Okay, and a word of advice for the interns and maybe to those that are interested and want to join the program maybe in the future.
Like I said, if at all there will be another batch, I even urge the UBEC to please make a more provision. And I know UBEC had been going around all along the 36 states, checking, seeing how well you are performing. They have been going. I know they have been recording all the lapses. So if at all they have done that across the states, I know they must have done what they are supposed to do.
Word of advice for the current interns or the outgoing interns? Yes.
Like I said, I advise you to dedicate yourself towards what you have learned during your post stay at your respective schools, particularly during your stay with your mentors. You know, like it was mentioned, there are 5 categories in this your internship program. 6 months primer course, 1 year PGD, practical hands on computer, community services, and the like of that. All you need to do, you go through that 5 component of the program, take it very serious, go over again and again to master yourself in that 5 components. When you master yourself, it will there then, like they said, you will be eligible to teach in any institution learning as far as smart education is concerned. Thank you very much.
This program was a challenge.
It was academically rigorous.
It pushed us to adapt and innovate.
Our journey will not have been possible without the visionary behind this scheme. On behalf of every intern, we extend our deepest gratitude to the entire leadership and the dedicated staff of the Universal Basic Education Commission UBEC. Your commitment to transforming education at a national level is what gave us this incredible start.
That national vision was brought to life for us here in Kano by our State Universal Basic Education Board, SUBEB. To the SUBEB officials and staff who monitored our progress, organized our training, and guided us every step of the way, we say a heartfelt thank you. You were our direct support system.
Also work with the gatekeepers of our practical learning, the principals, the headmasters, and all the wonderful staff of the school where we were posted. You welcomed us, you mentored us, and you gave us the real-world environment to grow and put our skills into practice. You were our daily guides.
And finally, to all those who work tirelessly behind the scenes, the planners,
the administrators, the technical teams, and every person whose hard work we may not have seen but whose impact we surely felt. We are profoundly grateful. This program's success is truly a shared one.
And so, a journey that began with 20 determined individuals in Kano now stands as a testament to a national movement. 20 teachers, part of a nationwide corps, now equipped with the skills of tomorrow and grounded in proven pedagogy, are ready to make a difference in the lives of their students today. In the end, the Teacher Internship Scheme reveals itself to be more than a program. It is a promise, delivered. It is the promise of a brighter, smarter, and more inclusive future for education, not just in Kano, but for all of Nigeria.